remember why I put that there. I love it. So,
Absolutely.
welcome, welcome back everyone, and to the next episode. We're obviously talking about the Raiders, but if this is the first episode that you are listening to, I am talking to all 32 fans from every single team in the NFL, and we are just learning a little bit more about teams and what's happening. Also, before you introduce yourself, before you get started, all of your information will be in the show notes and the description. So if anybody wants to find you, it will be a simple click. It won't be hard to find. So it will be there, and then we'll be good to go. So before I start, I would love for you to just introduce yourself. I think this is the first time we're like collaborating and doing something that's like not on, because you invited me to your channel, but
I
welcome
did.
over
Right.
to the dark side.
Yeah. So I go by Maze Madman, M3, 3M, Triple M. People, it's a lot of things they call me now.
Okay.
If you're a fan of a certain team out from Columbus, a certain program from Columbus, you probably call me something else that we can't say over the we can't share. But yeah, I'm just a Michigan football fan, but a Raiders fan first. I was a Oakland Raiders fan first. And now, of course, they've moved to Las Vegas. They moved to Los Angeles for a minute, then back to Oakland. Now found a more permanent home in Las Vegas. I'm still a fan. It's one of the toughest things in my life is being a Raiders fan. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
They haven't won anything in terms of a Super Bowl in my lifetime, but obviously a rich history with that team, and I've had some good years, but we've had more bad years in my life. Yeah,
Okay, fair enough. Fair
right.
enough. So, so you said you're more of a Raiders fan than you are a Michigan fan,
Well,
or have you
I
just
was a
started there
Raiders fan
first?
first, right?
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
fair.
that was like the my kind of like introduction to football fandom.
Yeah, fair.
Now don't get me wrong, I was a University of Michigan basketball fan first
I
because
think we
the
all
Fab
were.
Five, like as a young person,
Yeah.
like I just it was something cool about them.
Hmm.
And so I was introduced that way. But and then of course, like a couple years later, of course, you have Charles Woodson and those guys on the football team. So it just naturally, and then here's a tidbit. I'm not sure if you know, but I grew up in Ohio. I'm from
Oh,
Ohio, so most of my family, all of my family on both sides, are huge Buckeye fans. Um, so me being the lone like Michigan fan really sticks out like a sore thumb. But back in the '90s, it just didn't make any sense to be a Buckeye fan to me.
mm,
But yeah, it was a
fair.
good time. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I love that. Well, I didn't know that. So I love that. Thank you for sharing that. It's so
yeah.
cool that Michigan, I always say this anytime I talk to a Michigan fan, they have the best fight song in all of college football. I don't care what anybody says. And every time I hear it, I'm like, football is back. Like, it's like my sign. Like, once I hear the
Right,
Michigan fight song, I'm like, all right, game on. Like, here we go. So
1000%.
I love it. So, okay, how is it being a Raiders fan right now? How are you feeling coming off the season, firing the coach, getting
Right.
a now Super
Again,
Bowl winning coach in to replace said coach? How are you feeling? I know, you had the number one draft pick. Like, how are you feeling just like as soon as things started happening before the draft?
yeah. So I'll be on this. I do have more I am more excited about this year than I was about last year.
Okay.
Um, I like what they did in terms of the coach. I like, we'll get into what I like and don't like about the draft. So I don't want to give too much up
Hmm.
about that, but I feel as a Raiders fan, as good as I felt in a good 4 or 5 years, I guess since the end of the Derek Carr era
Okay.
for the Raiders, right? So
No,
I think
not
that's
bad.
where I am right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that draft. So now I remember why I put that there. I love it. So
Absolutely.
welcome. If you like the content that you're getting, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave us a comment in the comment section below, and I'll let you get back to your video. I feel like everyone that ever watched football ever knew who the first pick was going to be, but a lot of
Yeah.
us didn't know it was going to happen afterwards. So,
Yeah.
having said all of that, what one word would you use to describe the draft?
Surprising for
Okay.
the Raiders draft. Surprising. Um,
Okay. What made you surprised?
and it was surprising because it was really good, in my opinion. Um, previous years we might, Genty, I think last year was kind of a no-brainer. It was just, he was going to be there. Mendoza this year was a no-brainer. But Mendoza aside, everything else to me was really good, for the
Okay.
most. And so I really enjoyed that. It looks like there's not new ownership. Obviously, Davis is still the majority owner and everything, but we do have some other voices in the room, if you will, and I think those
Hmm.
voices are starting to be heard. And um, so this one was surprising in a good way for me.
Okay. Sorry, you just heard the loan place that has been trying to call me for the past 3 weeks. The loan place I
I
never
heard.
applied
I
for
thought that was like
that
bird. I was
calls
like,
me.
she got some like
No,
bird.
it's my phone. I didn't turn my
Okay.
ringer off. It is the company that has,
Uh,
been calling me for, I don't know, 2 weeks, say different number, same person. Anyways,
of course, right?
so shout out to everyone that's having that issue right now. Whoever sold our information or whoever got hacked, thank you. Thank you so
Right,
much.
right.
Anyways, so okay, you liked the draft. Awesome. Okay, day 2, day 3, who was like your favorite pick? Who was like the pick that you were like, this could be a steal that we
Right.
just got on day 2, day 3?
So it was day 2, I believe, and it's Jamad McCoy, uh, cornerback out of Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah.
Obviously, last year, no tape. He was hurt all last year, but the year before, really good tape, and
Hmm.
um, just a really good. I think going to be a really good professional. He went to the Raiders, who also like to do a lot of man to man. Well, not so much now, but there was a time when the Raiders were known for just playing a lot of man to man. But he comes from a system in Tennessee where they were doing a lot of man to man. At least the year that he was able to finish or get all the tape. So I think that pick is the best one,
Okay.
uh in terms of like the value and where we got him, because had he not gotten hurt, he's a day one guy in my opinion.
Easy. Yeah.
So I think that's the one.
I love that. And every time somebody gets hurt in college, I feel so bad because I'm like, oh gosh, like I always just feel bad because I'm like, obviously your draft stock is going to fall naturally, but I just always feel bad. So it makes me
Hmm.
happy when some of those people still land and find a place to go. Who was the player from your draft that you think is going to make the biggest immediate impact? And this is actually interesting for me because on top of this question, I want to know, do you think Fernando Mendoza is going to start immediately? Like, what do you think their plan is? Or what have you been hearing their plan is with him?
Yeah, so that was going to be my answer,
Okay.
Fernando Mendoza, and I think it's because that's the position. And Geno Smith, just to go forward really quick.
Mm-hmm.
We got Geno Smith in last year, and I was like, man, this is going to be, that's a pretty decent pick. Turns out Geno uh, enjoyed throwing to the other team while he was a Raider. So that turned out not to be the greatest. Now, to be fair, I don't think, if you're asking me, I don't think the team put him in the best positions to succeed, but, that's neither here nor there. We have a
Yeah.
new administration in there in terms of the coaching staff, and a new quarterback. Now, this is where the Raiders were worrying me for a second. We signed Kirk Cousins, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Gave Kirk Cousins a lot of money, too. Um, but for all the knocks that I can say about Kirk Cousins, there's a lot of things that I can say positively about him. He's a real stabilizing force. Um, he doesn't really, he's not a turnover machine or anything like that. And I do think that maybe there's a world where he starts early and then Mendoza
Okay.
kind of takes over. But I would prefer if Mendoza started from day one, and that's not usually like my stance on things. But I also don't want to get in a situation where Kirk Cousins looks like Kirk Cousins can look, and that's really good for a while, before the wheels fall off, and then
Mm-hmm.
now we find ourselves in a situation where Kirk Cousins is our quarterback for the year, when we could be getting Mendoza those reps and those that experience for a year that nobody expects us to be a playoff team necessarily,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I think it's important that Mendoza get those reps and get that experience. So I think
Okay.
he's going to have the biggest impact on our team. And I also think, to answer your other question, that um, there's some rumbling about Kurt early on, but we'll see.
Okay, fair. I always just am curious because some people play the long game and they're totally fine playing the long game, and then other people are like, "Yeah, get on out there, go ahead."
And I'm okay. I was a guy that's okay with playing the long game. I wish we could have done that at Michigan. That's another story. That's a different episode. Um, a different episode of your show. But yeah, like
Well,
usually
somebody was playing the long game, but it wasn't for Underwood. But anyways,
I'm not gonna touch that. But yes, in this case, I think Mendoza should get out there early.
okay, fair. I love that. I'm interested just to see. I was on team Indiana was like the most consistent, all the things, but I also don't know what that looks like to translate. So I'm very fascinated to see what that translation looks like. I don't expect him to be great like week 1, but I'm just saying like week 10, 11, 12. I'm very interested to see like what he looks like. So that'll be fun to see.
Awesome. I agree with that. I think as much as it hurt me and I don't know if you watched any of the show down the stretch of the college football playoffs and stuff like that, but
I was on.
I was betting against Indiana for like the last like 2 rounds of the playoffs. And I was sticking with my theory was, the blue chip ratio. I was hard on the blue chip ratio. I was like, they don't have it. There's no way they're going to go out there and do this thing. In fact, every round of the playoffs that they played, I thought the other team was going to beat them, including Alabama, which they destroyed, and then Oregon they destroyed, and obviously they played a really good game in the national championship game. But that's neither here nor there. Mendoza has the poise and looks good, at least in those situations.
I think the new measurable in college football is going to be age and experience, and then if they're similar, then you look at the blue chip ratio. But if they're not even similar, you always just take the older team. Just take those guys.
Right.
Just ride that age. Like just okay. Is there a player your team passed on multiple times that you were thinking, oh gosh, this is going to come back to haunt us, isn't it?
Will, oh man, what's his name? The corner from Texas A&M.
Oh, obviously I know you're talking about because
Will Lee the third, right? Or something like,
is his name Will?
Maybe it's not Will. Will Lee, corner, Will Lee, I think is his name. Will Lee the third. I liked him in college a lot. And every time that we came up, because I knew, first of all, and we'll probably get there, but secondary, we needed help in the secondary for the Raiders. And even with Jermont McCoy, I was still like, hey, we need more help. We need more guys, right? And Will Lee, I think we passed on like 2 or 3 times before he was drafted. And I think that's one that could come back to haunt us. Yeah.
So before we talk about the team stuff, I have to ask you about Maxx Crosby, the trade that was and then wasn't. Mm-hmm. Did you like the trade? Were you upset that he was going to the Ravens, but you liked the draft picks? Like, how did you feel about that trade when it happened? And then how do you feel about the trade after it fell apart?
So I love Maxx Crosby, number one. Let me get that out the way. Maxx Crosby, really the heart of that defense for years now. But when they said they were trading Maxx Crosby to the Ravens, I was sad that he was leaving the Raiders, but that was like a little bit, right? But I was happy that he was going to a place where he could potentially win. And I was even more happy about what we were going to potentially be getting back, right? Like those draft picks, another first round draft pick. I was like, oh yeah, this is what we need.
We need that
to build this team. In fact, I'll let you in on another secret. I was one that was like, yo, we should trade out of number 1. I wanted to trade out of number 1, especially after the Maxx Crosby thing fell through, because I wanted the draft capital. Yeah. Right. And I just thought we needed more than a quarterback We have real holes to fill. And no doubt about that. That's still the truth. But I think they did such a good job with the draft that it kind of quelled my feelings about
Okay.
not taking the quarterback number one. But yeah, so that's how I felt about Maxx. I was
Okay.
happy for Maxx. I was sad for myself and Raider fans that he was leaving, but then I was also happy about what we could have gotten. And then when it fell through, it just seemed like, okay, like,
It is what it is.
we still got Maxx, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
that's what
That's
it.
fair.
Yeah.
So, okay, knowing the situation for the Raiders right now, when you have the first overall pick in the NFL draft, you're probably not one of the better teams.
Mhm.
So, what is success going to look like for you this season? Like when it's all said and done, when you're looking back, what would you say? Okay, that was successful. Okay, I kind of see where we're going. I see what's going on.
Yeah, for me, I think getting wins over everybody in the conference, even if it's one apiece, right?
Okay.
I think that's a starting point, and also, you know, it's hard to judge. Like I can give a record and say going 7-9 or whatever, or
Yeah.
7-10 now, I guess it um,
Oh, yeah.
is like a start, maybe 8-9, right?
Okay.
If we go 9-10, that'd be even better, right? But for me, it's going to be more than just the record. It's going to be how we look getting to that record. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Is if are we balanced on offense? Last year, the offensive line really didn't make a lot of holes for Genty. Do we look
Yeah.
better there? At least early in the season, right? That wasn't the case. Do we look better there? Are we, turning the ball over on offense, right? These are the things that I'm really looking uh kind of scrutinizing more than just our win-loss record, because
Fair.
we were trying to if you're trying to build something and build towards something, it can't just be about wins and losses, especially early on in that process, because you're probably going to lose in early on. It's just how you look losing, right? I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to lose 33-3 to Kansas City, right? But if we lose 33-21 in Kansas City,
You're like, okay.
with Mendoza going 21 for 34, or two touchdowns, maybe a pick, like that kind of thing. Like
So you
that's
want to put up a fight. You want them to put up a
exactly,
fight every single game,
exactly.
and you
That's
want
what I'm
them
looking for more than
to do
anything,
to do
right?
some winning. Don't lose
Do
the
some
game.
winning.
Like go
Exactly.
win the game. Like go win.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Which position group worries you the most at this point?
Um, I think I was gonna say linebacker. We made a good move in the offseason at linebacker. I'm gonna say offensive line. Offensive line is always, the trenches is where you win it or lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in this league. So I'll go with offensive line worries me the most.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
And that's actually that has to be annoying for you because usually Michigan has a pretty good offensive line. So
Yeah.
you go from like watching one thing and then yeah,
So I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, and I
you
don't
can
want
cut
to
me off.
give too many Michigan tidbits, but I went to the Michigan spring game this
Okay.
season. We've kind of made that an annual thing. The guys from my channel and Voice of College Football Michigan channel, we've made that a thing.
Okay.
Um, Offensive line wasn't great, at least in that spring
Really?
game. Now, granted, it's a glorified practice.
Yeah.
Uh, Hopefully, that's not how we look.
Did he
Come the
bring over
fall,
his offensive
he
line
did.
coach from Utah? Okay. Well, then
He
they'll be
did.
fine. They'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. I think so. But it
Yeah. I mean,
wasn't
he
pretty.
had
We
what?
that spring game,
Four people drafted from his offensive
right?
line last year?
Including we're gonna get
What?
to
Yeah.
that a
Anyways.
little
Yeah.
at least one of them in a minute. But yeah, so
Yeah.
uh offensive line, my final
Okay.
answer.
Gotcha. Shout out to Michigan football, by the way. So,
Absolutely. Go blue.
where has this team improved the most from last season?
This is gonna be easy. It's gonna sound like I'm cherry picking, but I'm gonna say quarterback. Gino was really bad last year.
Yeah, he
Gino,
was.
if you're watching, I'm sorry. You were really bad last year.
Yeah.
But if I go a little deeper than that, I think linebacker, we got better at linebacker. We got better in the secondary. So between those three is where I think we improved the most. Um, the thing though with the secondary talent is a lot of that is unproven, so I'm gonna shy away from that.
Okay.
No matter how good I think, Jamad McCoy and company are going to be. I'll go with I'll say linebacker then. Let's go with linebacker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this might be a hard one for you, but we can do this. What will this team do better this year than most teams in the NFL?
What will this team do better this year than most teams in the NFL? I think this team will have a lot of tight end success. Right.
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers is a monster. We still got the kid from Notre Dame from the year before.
Okay.
I think tight end success or production from the tight end spot will be better than most teams in the NFL there. Especially young quarterback. These are kinds of their safety valves. These are the people they look for. Big bodies, big target. So yeah.
Great take. I like it. I love that. All right. So to the fun round. This should be interesting. All right. Let's see.
Right.
Let's see what you got. Okay. Quarterback confidence on a scale from 1 to 5. 5 being the highest and 1 being, oh my gosh, we're in trouble.
3.
Okay. Fair.
I think Mendoza's still a rookie at the end of the day, and Kirk Cousins' ceiling is probably 3. So 3.
Okay. Coaching staff trust level 1 to 5.
I would say I'm gonna go 4, 4.5. Okay. Be safe. 4.5.
4.5. Okay, fair. Yeah. 4 final answer.
4 final answer.
Okay, got it. Okay. Why do you or who do you think is going to carry the team this year? Offense or defense?
This is good. I'm gonna go with offense.
Okay.
I think on offense, we have some pieces.
Okay.
Now again, my biggest concern was offensive line. So if that isn't good, then it doesn't matter, and we're going to lose. None of those pieces are really going to matter. But if we can get some consistency out of the offensive line, offense.
Okay, fair. I didn't know where you're going to go with that one, so I love that. If you could trade drafts with any other team, so they get all of your draft picks, you get all of their draft picks, who would you trade with?
The Cleveland Browns. They did a great job. I don't know, like
they did.
I like what Cleveland did, and that's kind of crazy. But Thano, I think, is a great pick.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you. It was my computer. It was sound like
shout out to technology.
Exactly. But anyway, I think they did a great job with their draft in Cleveland, of all places. And I'm really rooting for them a little bit. My family is also a big Cleveland Browns fans.
Yeah. Okay.
And they deserve some success, I guess, man.
I mean,
gotta be
whatever.
You're a real fan. You're a Cleveland fan.
Yeah. It's so funny how everybody feels like, I don't want to say dirty, but everybody feels kind of like, I want Cleveland's draft. Like everyone kind of says it like, I know. So, shout out to the
they
Browns.
did a great job. Concepcion.
I thought they did a great job too. Denzel Ward.
Denzel Boston.
Denzel Boston. Sorry, they already have the Denzel Ward.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good one, man. I thought they got a steal in Austin Barber, even the tackle from Florida. Yeah. So, and I think he probably kicks inside. So I think they did a good job.
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree with you. So shout out to that. I mean, I hope they stay average and below average, but that's just because my team's in that division. So, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but I feel the same. I feel the same way. No, I feel the same way about the draft, about the Browns. So I'm right there with you. If you had a team, if you had like for the for the Raiders, what is you all's like this always happens moment? You're like in a game, everything is doing whatever it's doing, and you are like, of course, Of course. Same old
I
Raider.
think a turnover, right?
Okay.
Just any type of turnover, so it doesn't even matter. Most likely an interception, but a turnover seems like the most Raiders thing, especially lately. I'm talking like last 5 seasons.
Okay.
Ill-advised, ill-timed turnover. That's our thing right now.
The worst.
Yeah, we could be in the red zone. We're going in to win a game, tie it, interception.
Red zone, nothing frustrates me more than a red zone turnover. Like,
absolutely.
There's so many things in football that annoy me, but that I want to cuss somebody out right then and there.
I don't blame you. So, I do too. I want to do the same.
Okay. All right. And then last question. If you could send a message to the team owner, and some people are doing team owner and some people are doing actual team GM, or if you decide someone else, that's fine too. What would you say to them? What would your note say whenever you
this
were
is great.
sending them?
So my message would be for the team owner. Okay. Look at me. You look at me. Sell the team. All right. I'm sick of it. Sell the team. I'm sick of you and that stupid haircut and those Las Vegas bim.
I think you muted. Did you mute yourself?
I'm sorry. There we go. Those Las Vegas bimbos you have with you in the luxury box that everybody knows aren't there for you. All right. Not your personality anyway. Sell the
Does
team.
He still wear those khakis with the white shoes?
He's the most. Oh man. Sell the team.
Okay.
He's nothing. He has the swag of a concrete wall. Listen, he's nothing like his father. Al Davis was swagged out. He had the cool glasses.
That's
he used to wear the track suits. Just win, baby. He had sayings. I mean, don't get me wrong. Al would just go out there and draft the fastest person available and the guy with the biggest arm. But still, it was fun. This guy, I don't know. DNA test. This is sorry.
Something is off. That's so funny. Right. Okay. Thank you for that. That's awesome. So those are all the questions I have for you. And when I know someone is a college football fan, I always ask them the college football question. How are you feeling about Michigan this year? Well, I don't want to ask for a record prediction because all of this can go haywire at any moment in college football. So how are you feeling? What are some highs?
Our season hinges on week 2.
Is that Oklahoma?
That's Oklahoma at home this time. We're at the big house against Oklahoma.
It's like Texas, Ohio State, and Oklahoma, Michigan playing the same weekend.
Which, by the way, since we're at home for that, I'm pretty sure that's going to be big noon. And then Texas, Ohio State, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on ESPN that night. So it's going to be a great week 2.
What a great weekend of football, man.
Great. It's going to be
I just got chills.
Week 2. Yeah, that's going to be great. By the way, I'm rooting for you guys. Like I'm sure
you better
you're rooting
be
for us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've said this, you know this, like I'm a quasi Michigan, like on the cool. I'm like, so what do they got going on? So I love it. Okay. Yeah. So week 2, very important.
Week 2 is very important for us. How we need to win that game. Number 1, we owe them
that get back.
They got paid for their war crimes in Norman. But yeah. That's gonna be our season.
I love that. Okay. I appreciate that. And I will say that ending the season on a Texas loss, maybe that will give you something heading into the Oklahoma game. And there was no reason for me to say that at all, other than for me to say that Texas beat Michigan. There was no other reason. Okay. I tried to like connect it and like make it slick. And then I was like, nah, I'm just going to go for it. Nah, screw that.
Listen, I will say this. You guys, especially the quarterback, Arch looked good. Especially the second half of that game. I thought, man, that was Bryce's best game until about
Till it wasn't.
halfway through the third quarter, and then it turned into like a nightmare for Bryce.
Yeah. But one of my football philosophies that I don't always talk about, it's kind of, I call it the LeBron James effect whenever the Warriors had like KD, Steph, and all of them. Actually it was yeah. And I always said, you let LeBron get his, right? You let him do whatever he wants to do, because over time, he's going to get more tired than all three of your best players. So let him do it. Let him go up and down the court, do it all, guard him hard, all the things. But eventually that is going to start to go like this, because we're human beings. And when he starts to go like this, then it's our turn. And
now LeBron being a human is arguable. Did you know, fun fact, when LeBron was in Miami, they do this thing where they weigh players before and after the game, right? And usually, like humans, as you pointed out, you lose weight after the game, even if it's ounces, small. Yeah. LeBron gained weight during the game. Only player ever to do this.
And listen, there are some people that walk the planet that have walked it and now left us, that sometimes I do wonder, like God literally was, or whatever you believe in, was literally like, let me give you a little bit of a sprinkle of
sprinkle a little extra special on this one. Right.
And you're going to be able to do something that no one's going to be able to do. And you're just special.
I want the world to know too, because I don't want people to think I'm not like a LeBron fan. I do like LeBron. I don't have anything against LeBron. Let me say that.
Yeah.
But gaining weight during the game is crazy to me.
With all that running, So, anyways, shout out to shout out to Texas beating Michigan. How somehow that fits and it makes sense in the conversation about the Las Vegas Raiders. Makes perfect sense. Well, now the Raiders can't get arched because they have Fernando Mendoza. That's how it makes sense. That's the connection.
It's not lost on me either that you're a Pittsburgh Steeler fan. And whole immaculate reception thing.
With the Raiders. Then there's that. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you as always. You always are supportive. You're extremely supportive of me. I feel like so many times, like there's just people that when you do content, there's just certain people that always like have your back or always have a good thing to say or always just like reaching out, checking in or whatever. And you're definitely one of those people. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
For being yourself and those amazing backgrounds you always provide the people. Don't laugh at that.
I do my best. I do my absolute best.
Yeah, you know how much I enjoy your
the best views possible. No, I do my best.
I'm watching the computer screen here. So it's good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Of course. Well, we'll end on you. Anything else you want me to say? Anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to end with? Do not answer that question. Anything else that you want to end with? As soon as you're done, I will hit end.
Right. No. Just follow me, M_Thrizzleton on X or Twitter, the app formerly known as Twitter.
We call it no, it is Twitter.
It's Twitter. Yeah. We're calling it. Mama named it Twitter. We call it Twitter. All right. Also follow me on YouTube. It's at the most, by the way. Thank you for that save. I have changed it since, but it's Maze Out Sports or at the most sports. So thank you.
Yes. And also all that information will be in the description. So you can just click the link and go right to his page. I'll add you too as a collaborator if you want me to. We can talk about that offline. But I will say, if you just want to watch grown men having a good time, talking about sports, talking about whatever comes up, just hanging out, just interacting, talking, engaging. It is a very, I suggest you to follow. I listen random times. I'm like, I know exactly what I need to listen to right now. And I'm usually either laughing or I take something away from it. So just shout out to you guys for putting together great shows. And sometimes it starts one way and it goes other ways. And those are my favorite shows.
Thank you.
So I love
shout out to my guy, the Maniac too, by the way. Maniac, Old Man on the Sticks, and Lich Max. I'm sorry. I had to get them.
Shout out to all those guys. Anyways, well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Go Raiders. No, what is the Raiders thing?
You can say go Raiders.
No, that's not what they say though. What do the Raiders do? Isn't there a signal or something?
It's just raid or
right. Okay.
It used to be this, but now they're in Vegas. So I don't know. You got to do some weird stuff with your fingers. It looks like you're throwing up gang signs. I'm not doing it. Got
it. Okay, Raiders. Okay. Thank you. There it is. Okay, bye.